Hello and welcome back to another comic series AMA. This month we're going to focus on questions centered on Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. As a quick summary for anyone that may not know the game, Thousand Year Door was another series that I covered early on in my comic blog. This was another that had a tonal style to it. TTYD is one of my absolute favorite games of all time, with its colorful cast and world and simplified RPG mechanics. The first batch of questions comes from Aquasun, first of which is, did you play the Switch remake and what do you think about it? I did, day one in fact, and I beat it in 2 days. I really liked it. It's really pretty, the new songs are bops, and it was so nice to play through the game again. Notably, I am in the camp that believes the text boxes and other UI stuff could have been sped up just a bit, but otherwise a faithful and wonderful recreation. Next question, favorite partners and favorite badges? While I do love all of the partners, I think I'd have to say that Vivian and Goombella are my favorites. As for badges, I like the emblems for changing how Mario looks, and for attacking badges, my 2 favorite moves based on like hammers and bouncing are Quick Hammer and Multi Bounce. Gotta love getting those AoEs in. Next question, what do you think about the overarching story of the game, and do you have a favorite chapter? I think the central story is really neat. I definitely like the twists and turns of the plot, and I appreciate that we're slowly drip-fed more information as the time goes on. There are a few minor places that could see improvement, like how Peach's emails very often don't really say much of substance, unlike her messages that she had in 64 that help guide you where to go next, but it's very solid. As for my favorite chapter, Chapter 6 always jumps out to me. I love the train setting and the detective mystery vibes. It's just so chill. I'd love to ride a train someday, and largely because of this chapter. Last question from Aquasun. Would you consider Mario and TTYD to be a harem protagonist? I had never considered it before this. No. I would still say no, considering it, just because romance is not at the forefront of this story at any point. The last batch of questions comes from Angel Princess, first of which is, what was your battle style? Like offensive, defensive, stuff like that. I tend to go for more AoE strats in terms of badges, stuff like the multi-bounce, Quake Hammer, etc. Once I get Spike Shield and Ice Power, I tend to focus on jumps like most people, since they're usually just better. Sorry, Hammer. I tend to boost my damage with Power Plus too, though I don't tend to go for the P up, D down, just because I do like some defense because I don't super guard, so I usually have some damage dodges on too. Next question, did you ever try a 10 HP playthrough, and if so, how far did you go? I have not actually. I actually misread this at first as a 5 HP one, which I have done as soon as you can have access to it, but I haven't done a 10 HP run. I will have to try that sometime because it is an interesting challenge, though I did mention earlier I don't really super guard, so I'd really have to boost my defense or have a lot of life shrooms ready so I don't kick the bucket. Next question. Who is your go-to partner for regular and boss battles? I tend to have Goombella out a lot because I like to tattle everything, and then I'm a little too cheap on the BP side to put quick change on, so I usually just keep her out, since she can help with most enemies. Though once I unlock her, I also have Vivian out a lot and spam Pyre Jinx. The next question and last question for the month. Did you ever try manipulating or changing the color of your Yoshi partner, or do you go with whatever the game gives you? I have at least once or twice tried to go for the color of Yoshi I want, usually when I've been doing a lot of playthroughs back to back, so I want some variance. But these days I mostly just go with whatever the game gives me. And that's the last question for the month, so we'll go on over to the end screen. Here you can see my lovely patrons scrolling by, along with their patron NPCs that can show up in the monthly comics that I do. If you're interested in asking a question like the ones in this video, or any of the other rewards that come along with supporting me, you can check out the link to my Patreon that is in the description. Rewards include seeing comics before they're posted publicly, behind-the-scenes drawings, votings on which series is going to be next, and more. Even without pledging, you can have access to things like preview panels that have extra jokes, coloring pages, and occasionally some of the lower tiered rewards as a little taste of what pledging can get you. Thank you to everyone who asked a question and anyone that watched this video. The support means a lot to me, and see me next month for another set of questions based on a comic series. Bye!